GetConnected. Gotta get yourself connected.
So you're in the midst of growing your business and you have more than 2 employees now. Your old phone system probably isn't cutting it, and you probably need to find a great way to manage your email and backup documents. Well, today we're going to be talking with Shawn Chute from Sutus about an all-in-one system that is ideal for companies that are size 3 to 25.
Up to 25 users, yeah.
Yeah, we've got some phones here, and it looks like a hard drive or a server.
It is, in fact, a server. It's an all-in-one appliance, and what you'll find in that is pretty much everything a small business needs. So you have your phone system, which is capable of not only doing traditional phone, but also VoIP. You'd have a mail server, a web server. You have a wireless access point, a VPN router. You'd have a PoE switch to power the phones, and it's fully integrated with Polycom's new HD phones that are on the desk there.
So this is something that you would actually store within your own office. You don't have to go off-site and have your stuff hosted somewhere else. It's something that's fully manageable.
Right. It's referred to as a CPE, so a customer premise equipment, and that's in fact what it does. Is it goes on the customer's site and it provides them with all these services, but it goes one step further than that. Not only does it provide the services that I spoke about resident on the appliance, but it also then operates as a gateway for both Sutus and our partners to deliver hosted services through to that small business customer.
And it looks to me like you've got your laptop set up in front of you here, that all of it can be managed right.
Yeah, it's all through one user interface. It's browser based, and the neat thing about it is whatever I do here in front of you, we can do remotely. So if you're looking at a small business that, let's say they still want to use a reseller or their service provider to provide them with services, anything I'm doing here, we're doing here on a keyboard, you could also do remotely. Again, kind of lowering the costs of supporting this infrastructure.
So we were talking earlier a little bit about, like, when you have a new employee that comes in, there's a lot of operational maintenance that happens. You have to set up a new email address for them. You have to set up a phone system. You were telling me that you can do this in a really short amount of time. Can we demo some of that?
Absolutely. We can jump right into it. And I'll bring up one of the screens. What's exciting about what Sutus does is any services that we provide to the customer have to be controlled through this user interface. And what would take a customer and or several resellers, not hours, let's say days to install, can now be done in a few hours. So you can get a business up and running in literally 2 hours.
Oh, how exciting is that?
So let's just jump over here. What I'll do is I'll bring up the user interface that I was just speaking to, and what you've got here is I've logged on as the administrator, and before we started the show, we took literally 5 minutes. We plugged in the appliance and set up a business called ABC Co, and I set myself up as the administrator. And here is where you can basically add employees, you could set up shared files, you could turn on a wireless access point, you could configure employees to access from home, you could call forward your phone to a remote phone like a cell phone, kind of like a find me, follow me solution, and everything is controlled through here. If I walk down quickly, I think one of the things we should start on is just by basically setting up a new employee. And we refer to everything as workspaces. So you have a personal workspace and a shared workspace. And in the case of individuals, let's just go in, let's add a new employee to this fictitious business that I just set up. We'll go and we will key in the person's, we'll call him Joe Smith. And we'll go ahead and hit next. Now what it's doing is it's registering this person. This person is now registered in the company directory, so he has a place with the shared files. And now it's asking, do you want to give him a phone? And we're going to say, yes, we want to give him a phone. And let's say we want to assign an extension to him. He likes, the Olympics are coming to Vancouver, so he wants 2010. We're then going to go in and actually, we've assigned him a local. Now we're going to assign him a phone. So let's take this phone, go ahead and reassign it. Now it's going to take that phone and actually assign it to Joe Smith. Now it's asking us, do you want email service? I'm going to say yes. Go ahead, and I'm finished. So now what I've done in a matter, what did it take, 30 seconds?
Probably.
He's got a local in the company directory, so if you dial the company directory, Joe Smith would be listed there. Yeah. He has a phone on his desk ready to be plugged in, and he has email in the company directory.
I really like the fact that it's taking you through a wizard, too. It's not like you have all of these instructions that you have to sit there and try, because I've done that before with phone systems, with your typical TELUS voicemail, and it's like 5 to 10 different steps in order just to get that voicemail set up. And it sounds to me like this is taking something that is traditionally pretty complicated and simplifying it.
Yeah, we spent an enormous amount of time pre-taking the product to market. And we only took it to market at the beginning of this year, really in focus groups, working with small businesses to say, how do we make this really simple? How do we get it so that the everyday layman can go in and do those moves, adds, and changes themselves and save themselves some money? And we think we've gotten there.
So if someone's interested in getting this all-in-one solution, where can they find more information?
Products distributed throughout North America right now. Go to our website, Sutus.com, and click on the Buy Now, and we'll connect you with one of our resellers or business partners.
Wow. Okay. So that was Shawn. Thank you so much for coming in today and sharing with us how we can spend a little bit of money up front but save ourselves loads of trouble down the road.